Good morning, everyone. We will begin the morning service of the Miroku Association headquarters, asking God and Meishu-sama for protection and the permission to participate today in the divine plan of constructing paradise on this earth. Let us pray together the Amatsu-Norito, the prayer of heaven, followed by the Miroku prayer. Please stand. Kamaharani kamsumarimasu. Kamuro ki kamuro mino mikoto mochite. Tome mi oya kamu izanagi no mikoto. Tsukushi no himuka no tachi hana no odo no ahagi halani. Misogi harai tamo toki ni narimasteru. Harai dono o kamitachi moro moro no magakoto tsumike gare o. Harai tamai hiyome tamae tomao sukoto no yoshi o. Amatsu kami kuni tsukami ya o yorozu no kami tachi tomoni ame no uchi koma no nini uritatete kikoshi mese to kachi komi mo maosu. Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Oshie mi oya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Oshie mi oya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Kum nagara tamachi hae mase. Kum nagara tamachi hae mase. Great God of light, creator and giver of all life, in accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end, your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan, and for the privilege of channeling and receiving Johrei. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified, and believe your truth given to us by Meishu-sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light, so that we may serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized with health, peace, and prosperity, a reality in our life. Great God of light, bless and protect us. Radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your great plan. Please be seated. We will now receive group Johrei. Johrei is now concluded. We will now listen to a reading from Meishu-sama's teaching. Turning to God. Now that I am enveloped in God's great light, I am no longer disturbed by the turbulent storms that rage in the world around me. We may be surprised to find the very fates that others experienced yesterday becoming the fates that we ourselves must face today. For such is the way of life. We cannot see the distortion caused by dark forces until it is clearly reflected in God's mirror. For those who lack faith in God, spiritual clouds are removed through suffering. For those who have faith, they are more easily released through God's grace. This grace is God's lifeline to salvation, which God sends to all who are suffering. Some fail to understand it is there or are not able to grab it and reach salvation due to the weight of the spiritual clouds on their spiritual bodies. However, when they later experience suffering through such things as disease, accidents, or natural disasters, these clouds are lessened. As one's spiritual body becomes lighter, the ability to access this lifeline increases. However, if a person cannot grab onto God's lifeline to salvation, even after hearing a wonderful teaching, then that person's clouds must still be further reduced by some means. Even if you could force someone to grab the lifeline, they would let go or lose their grip. However, if a person receives Johrei, sufficient purification to find and hold on to this lifeline to salvation can be easily and quickly achieved.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining the Miroku Association headquarters morning service. Thank you also for continuing praying for world peace and victims of wars, natural disasters, as well as man-made disasters. The fifth experience that I want to share with you this morning is from Terezinha Silva de Araújo from the Macapá Johrei Center, Brazil. Terezinha has been a Johrei member for 10 years. She currently dedicates herself as lay leader and takes classes in Ikebana Sangetsu flower arranging. Since she was introduced to our church, she identified herself with the column of salvation of art and beauty. I felt very happy with their mini flower arrangements at the center for distribution to other people. After becoming a Johrei member, she participated in a flower arranging workshop, her first opportunity. She fell in love with the activity and began to arrange flowers at home and take arrangements to work as well as to her family and friends. She works at the State Department of Education where she lives, and in August of 2019, she was included into the Education for Peace program, in which continuing education activities are developed within the school community. For these events, her coordinator asked her to prepare small flower arrangements to be offered to the participants. During the same period, together with an Ikebana Sangetsu instructor, they began to offer Ikebanas to the Office of the State Department of Education on a weekly basis. In March of 2020, in-person work was suspended due to the pandemic and activities became solely online. In order to bring balance and entertainment to people in social isolation, Terezinha was asked to produce a video to be posted on the Secretary of Education page, giving the opportunities the coordinates on how to make simple yet beautiful flower arrangements. She complied with the request, and in a few days, several colleagues started posting photos of their arrangements and reporting their experiences. In a meeting with the Secretary of the Educational Policies, she reported that on the day she received the video, She was worried because of the various problems she was facing. The secretary then decided to interrupt her activities and went to her garden to collect material for flower arrangements. Subsequently, following the step-by-step video instructions, she produced a beautiful flower arrangement. When she finished, she felt enormous peace as the practice of arranging flowers cleared her mind for solving her present issues. And so she deeply thanked Teresinha for producing the instructional video. These experiences strengthened Teresinha's conviction and motivated her to continue expanding this wonderful column of salvation through art and beauty. Teresinha is very thankful to God and Meishu-sama, as well as to her ancestors, for the permission to be part of this magnificent work of construction of paradise. Thank you very much for attending this morning's service and for listening to this faith experience. Wish you a most wonderful day.
This brings to a conclusion our morning service. Thank you everyone for joining us. We wish you a very blessed day.